on the near side here, just warming up. And his partner, Syer. And they will be playing the very experienced partnership of Maisie Wise and Scott Mayo. Maisie Wise and Scott Mayo sailing through their group. And Flynn Crosthwaite and Syer, we've seen them a couple of times on the show court already. We've seen them win a couple of times very convincingly against really quite strong opposition. And they are the wild cards of this division. Their first tournament together. And displaying a real variety of shots, the power, the technique, and in particular, moving through the court and taking opportunities to get forward and punish mistakes. But they will be facing a team that will be absolutely exuding confidence in Maisie Wise and Scott Mayo. Scott Mayo, the showman of the court. We've seen him try as many Ernies as he possibly can. Those new to pickleball, an Ernie is when you see an opportunity to go around the kitchen and move up to the side of the net on a pop-up and put the shot away from the side lines. And Scott Mayo loves them. He also loves an ATP. We've seen him hit a few of those as well. But they are going to face some really stern competition. Because Flynn Crosthwaite and Syer, if they can put together a strong display here, I would say this is really a coin flip, Simon.
Well, yeah, it depends how they cope with the pressure of playing semi-final. Both teams will want to go through to the final. Both teams are capable of going through to the final. Just a question of how the nerves hold out. Are they fatigued from the previous games? How's their mental toughness? I think Scott and Maisie are they have fun when they play. But just take a little bit of pressure off it. They never beat themselves up or cut each other off. They just always out for the fun. They're probably, in terms of Crosthwaite and Syer, a bit more serious maybe. And that can add its own pressures. We'll try and find out who else is through and playing on semi-finals. I'm just going to... Yeah.
So I will ably take over the scoring as Simon finds out who has gone through to the other semi-final here. And we can hopefully provide updates of that as well. As we see Crosthwaite moving forward nicely there. Closing down the space. Just dumping a backhand into the net there. So a quick start from Crosthwaite and Syer. takes them to 0-2-2. And that one just goes out, so that's first point on the board there for Wise and Mayo. 1-2-2. And a very strange shot there from Maisie. Looks down at her paddle. I'm afraid you can't blame the paddle on this one, Maisie.
So the other pairings to go through or currently playing semi-final are Lewis Oakey and Charlotte Presley, Rob Adams and Georgie Gerd.
So that's a good turnaround for Rob Adams and Georgie Gert. As we just saw Syer just need to acknowledge an absolutely belting forehand she hit in the previous point down the line. It really was a cracker. And another forehand to back that up. So on the screen here, you may notice that Wise and Mayo are employing hand signals. And if it's an open hand, which Mayo does behind his paddle, it means that they're going to switch when they get to the net. If it's a closed fist, it means that they stay on the same sides that they start. So they'll do that on the return every single point. And Simon, why do they do that?
They're communicating about what they want to do. So whilst they're stacking, do they stay in their current position, as in Maisie's in theory on the wrong side, or are they going to swip across court? It's a great tactic to employ when you're unwinding the stack. And also the movement on court from someone running across can distract the opposition as well. Because obviously their eyes are naturally drawn to movement going across the court rather than concentrating on hitting the ball.
Oh, blimey, O'Reilly. And some amazing defensive play from a dominant Crosthwaite, taking all of the court. And I don't know how they managed to get 4 of those power shots back, but they did. And perhaps that is a sign of a bit of a comeback here. After falling 5-1 down, they've brought it back to 5-2.
Crosthwaite just showing probably a bit of an inexperience there. He hit 3 smashes straight down the middle rather than just trying to employ an angle on the smash. Just even a gentle drop would have won that point because they were so far back.
So they've reduced the deficit. It's a 2-point gap now. Oh, and Maisie Wise wheels away there in disappointment, just catching the top of the net with that forehand cross court. Oh yeah, really good put away there, Simon.
It's got to be loving that one. That might make the highlight reel possibly, Tim. What do you think?
We'll have to judge at the end. No doubt Scott will probably dominate the highlight reel if he had his way.
I thought he slipped you a tenner, mate, to do that, but maybe I'm wrong.
We've got slight discussion about whether that shot was in or out. We can't see it where we are. Barrier's blocking our view, so see at these events it's up to the players to call their own lines, and generally it's called by the team where the ball has landed on their side. They get the opportunity to call the shot in or out. But sometimes when pickleball is played in a friendly spirit, they will ask the opponents whether they thought the ball was good as well.
That's exactly the case there, I think, because Scott's back was turned, so he couldn't see the ball. And I think he then blocked Mays' view of the line, so they asked the opposing side and they confirmed it's in. Great sportsmanship to be seen.
Oh, and a misfire there from Maisie. That one hits the wall before the court. But you can see, Simon, the desire from Syer and Crosthwaite to move forward into the court and perhaps just slightly overplaying that shot that fell maybe just a bit too low. And another one there. Good power from Scott Mayo. And 4-7-1. Oh, the boy can fly. Like Superman, extending his arm there, anticipating where Fling Crosthwaite was going to try and put that overhead. And just brushing that ball back over the net, making it difficult and winning the point, reducing the deficit now to just 2 points. And another missed one, which takes things now to just 1 point. It's a 1 point game, Simon.
Yeah, and the way that Scott was flying around the court then, I think he's traded in the invisibility cloak for a Superman cape even.
He was indeed. And to be honest, I think he probably wouldn't look out of place with a Superman cloak on court. In fact, don't mention it to him because he probably will wear one.
I bet there's one in his wardrobe somewhere. I'm not sure if Superman would wear a skort, though. You, Tim?
No, probably. It was not the traditional outfit of Superman, but then again, we live in different times. 7-7, and not only is the forehand working from Scott Mayo, but they're getting luck as well. And Crosthwaite and Syer, after holding a 4-point advantage, sees that cut down, not just cut down, completely gone, and they're now chasing 2 points. So, second opportunity for Mayo and Wise. And the forehand of Maisie Wise, the elastic elbows.
She wanted that one, didn't she? Previous point, they both went for it, and she's like, that one is mine, Scott. I'm having it.
Yeah, and it is a joy to behold that shot hit with such intent. And this is now match point. And after a fantastic finish in the previous points, you'll want to forget about that one. Just, I think perhaps Scott slightly getting in her eye line, putting her off. So they have an opportunity, Crosthwaite and Syer, to get back in this game. And that will help. A pop-up. You can't do that against Crosthwaite. He will eat those up every single time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting now. If we think one more point, you feel like the momentum may will be shifting in. Oh, some missed drop. I'll rue that decision. Just as they get momentum going their way.
It's getting nervy. It's getting very nervy. A missed drop and then a missed drive from Syer gives the opportunity back to Mayo and Wise at match point. See if they can take this one. And they do, and Crosthwaite wheels away. He'll know he should have done better with that shot. leading the game in this semi-final. They'll look back and they'll think they had chances to win that. But Mayo and Wise, in really strong fashion, bringing that game back, coming from behind.